Hi, everybody. This is Julie. I wanted to go over a little bit about just giving you guys some more information on how to write an essay. In week 2 of our semester for either C110 or C100, you are assigned your first writing assignment. And in both English classes, C100 on site, and I'm talking about, and C110 online, you're asked to write 4 writing assignments for my classes. 2 of them are going to be essays. Now, I know that it's been a while since some of you have written essays, so I want to make sure that you're clear on what this is comprised of. There is a format to writing what we call a 5-paragraph essay, and I want you guys to follow it. Now, I have first of all included in your course documents online, if you're an online student, in your course documents in our course site, there is a handout on how to do this as well, kind of a written version with some examples of 5-paragraph essays. If you're listening to this for C100 class, we have gone over this together in class as well. So what I want just you guys to keep in mind, and I'm going to take my C110 class for my example tonight. Your first assignment was to write an essay, which is due in week 5 of our semester, regarding your favorite movie and the 3 reasons why it is so, why that is your favorite movie. And what I want to see from you when you hand this in week 5 is 5 paragraphs. And each one is going to contain something specific. And we're going to go over tonight how to write this essay again, how to write this format. Quite often a student will just turn something in and it will be a continuous paragraph with no kind of spacing or breaks in between ideas or thoughts. So there is a way to organize this. The first thing I want to mention when you're writing this essay, this is a paper about why this is your favorite film. So you can choose any movie you'd like. Let's say, for example, my favorite movie is Color Purple. And what you don't want to do and what I don't want to see coming to me is a retelling of this movie or a re-narration starting from the beginning about what happens now, and then this guy did this, and then this happened in this scene. That is not the paper I'm looking for. I want you guys to think of your favorite film and think of 3 reasons ahead of time why you like it. For example, if I were writing about Color Purple, I would pick out the fact that it has great actors, great music, and I love the cinematography, the beauty and look of it. And that's what I'm going to write my paper about. In this example tonight, what we're going to be looking at are the same components, but we're going to be using a different topic. It's just kind of used as a general example. But I want you to see, in the end, you're going to kind of have the same thing. So let's start and look through this slideshow. This is about a 15-minute presentation, and I think this is going to help a lot of you when you're turning this in. One of the reasons I do this is because if I see it's not done in the correct format, it will get sent back to you to redo. And if I also see that you're kind of just retelling the story of the movie and not telling me in your own words why you liked the movie, then it will get sent back to you as well for a redo. So you want to make sure you get it right the first time. Now, when you approach this, you want to think of the essay as I kind of think of it, and I have prepared this a few years ago for my son's class, and it really was effective. You want to think of this essay as kind of a big hamburger. With about 5 components, and this is why I've given you 3 reasons why you like this movie. You're going to have the first paragraph, and it's going to be, I would say, about 3 to 5 sentences, because this is only a 2-page paper you're doing. Your first paragraph is going to be your introductory paragraph. Okay, the top bun, think of it as that. The first thing that you will bite into and that the reader gets a taste of. So the reader you want to know what you're going to be writing about. The middle 3 paragraphs are called your body, and you want to kind of think of them as the meat of your burger. They're what the paper is actually about. It's why you're eating the burger. Each one of those paragraphs of the body is going to talk about each one of the reasons why you guys like this movie. For example, my reasons were for Color Purple, that it had great actors, great music, beautiful cinematography. Each one of these paragraphs will discuss that separately, okay? Now, I may choose to use some examples from the film, which would be very effective, pointing out one scene or one line that exemplifies each of my reasons. For example, when I talk about the music, I might say The scene where Shug is singing in the church when she finds out her dad is the pastor, or, you know, was beautiful, and the music was very inspiring. And then I'm going to go on to talk about why I like it, not retelling the movie. So each one of the burgers, the meat, is a paragraph regarding why you like this movie. And then you're going to always have the bottom bun, which is going to be your concluding paragraph, kind of re-summing it all up in about 3 to 5 sentences. So because this is only a 2-page paper, this is not going to be very long. Your intro and conclusion are always about the same length, 3 to 5 sentences. Each one of your body paragraphs are about maybe 5 to 6 sentences, if even that. Because you don't want to go over 2 pages, and you certainly don't want to go under, because I do grade for following directions as well. So make sure that you've got 2 pages there. So that's how I want you to think of this essay. And I want you to kind of look at it, and I'll show you some examples. And we'll talk about this tonight on the slideshow, talking about these 5 components. Your topic paragraph, your introduction, which includes your thesis statement, your 3 supporting paragraphs or your body, and your concluding paragraph. Let's look at it from the example of if your topic was about your 3 favorite activities, kind of similar. 3 favorite reasons why you like a movie, 3 favorite activities. So your introductory or your topic is this. Write an essay about your 3 favorite activities. Now, you're going to start off in your introductory paragraph. And this is all going to be, in your introductory paragraph. For example, your introductory paragraph is going to contain a sentence called what we call a thesis statement. There are many movies in the world that there are many movies I've seen over my lifetime that I enjoy. Some make me laugh, some make me cry. I always like to watch movies when I'm with my family or with my friends. But my favorite movie, but there are a few reasons why Color Purple is my favorite movie. I love this movie because of its wonderful actors, its beautiful music, and its beautiful cinematography. I want to see right up front in your introductory paragraph the reason and what your paper is going to be about, okay? And this is what they're doing here, getting started. When I finish my homework, I like to do my favorite things, and then you're going to list them. I like to play basketball, swimming. My favorite activity is playing baseball. So he's listing your 3 favorite things, okay? And then you come up with an idea to talk about in your concluding paragraph as well, to sum it all up. So you want to kind of put your thoughts out on paper before you start. Okay. And then each one of your middle paragraphs, the meat of your bun, is going to discuss each one of your activities, or in our case, each one of the reasons why you like this movie that you've chosen. Okay? You're using those 3 subtopic sentences as topics for each of the body paragraphs. And in between each paragraph, we're going to see clear spaces, okay? Okay, this is an example of what a good supporting paragraph should consist of. I like to play basketball with my friends. Basketball is great exercise, and I love the competition. It's a fast-moving sport. All of my friends join in, and we have a great time. There is nothing like a good game of basketball. You could also apply this to why you like the movie. I like the music in Color Purple. It makes me feel good when I see a certain actor singing through that song, etc., etc. Okay? Good, strong sentences that are succinct and to the point. Okay. Now, when you get through your body and you've written your 3 reasons, you're going to sum it all up with what we call a concluding paragraph. All you're really doing is reiterating what you just wrote about. You restate what you said in the intro paragraph in just a different way. For example, my conclusion might read something like, The Color Purple, I have seen this movie many times in my lifetime. I always try to watch it when I see it come on TV late at night, and I even have this on videotape for when I want to watch it. Again, the reason this movie inspires me is because of the music, the actors, and the beautiful cinematography. So what I've done is I've let the reader once again know what I've written about, but I've restated it in a different way. Okay? So it's not a long paper that you guys are doing, but you want to make sure that I can clearly see each paragraph and what your paper is about. Okay. So this is kind of the topic and the format that I want you to follow for the essay. I've got a few documents, as you can see, in your week 2 assignment section. This is where writing assignment number 2 is going to be found that I assigned it in. And you can see this in our course site. And in fact, what I'm going to do is just bring it up for us real quick because I want to point a few things out to you in case you guys may have missed this. So I'm going to go ahead very quickly and bring up our course site. Let's see here. And I didn't have it ready beforehand, but that's okay. I can get to it quickly and show you exactly what we're talking about here. Okay. And our course site's a little slow. All right, so coming back, let's go ahead. I'm going to share this page for you. All right, you now see our course site on your screen, correct? All of you should see it. It's in the yellow box. You're going to find your writing assignment right here in week 2, writing assignment number 1. Now I want you to see, when you click this, all of the directions are given. Please read this very carefully. You can think about such things as what qualities make this your favorite movie. You don't have to follow these guidelines. These are just suggestions for you. You can take it anywhere you want to go with it, okay? But I do want to clearly see 3 reasons and not a retelling of the story. It should be 1.5 to 2 pages in length, double spaced, at least 1.5 space so I can grade it, with standard margins and font sizes. Now these are little details that I grade on. If I get your paper back and it's only 1 page, or it only has a few sentences on the second page, I will deduct points for that. If I see that it's single spaced instead of double spaced, I will deduct points for that as well. It's to be done in the format that we just discussed. And then you're going to listen to this lecture, I hope, and get some pointers from that. You are going to be submitting it here to this area. In your section, in your course site, and I'll even show you what it looks like on your end. I'm going to put it into the student view for a second. When you go in there in the student view, what you're going to see at the very bottom here is a place to submit. And this is kind of similar to what any assignment you're given in class will look like. Once you've completed your assignment, which is due Monday, October 29th for this first one, this recording is going to be used for many classes. It's always due in week 5, so the due date may change for some of the students in the future who are listening to this recording. You're going to turn it in right here. Once you've completed it, you're going to upload it right here by finding it somewhere in your computer, and then you're going to hit submit. I will get this writing assignment. I will grade it and send it back to you, and we'll talk about that a little in class on how I go through those procedures. I did want to talk about the few documents that I've included here also in the assignment section. I've also included a document here, if you click, which is a handout discussing the top 5 most missed punctuation marks to kind of help you a little with punctuation. I'm not grading this specifically on your punctuation skills. I'm going to look at them. Obviously, end marks are important. Very basic commas are important. But most of the time I keep in mind that we just started, most of you have just started your classes here. You haven't had the punctuation class yet. So usually each error I found, especially with comma usage, semicolon usage, I usually only count it once. Let's say you've missed the same comma rule 20 times in this assignment. I'll usually only count it as 1 error. I'm pretty liberal about that. I'm looking for things that involve formatting errors. Did you proofread this paper? Do you have periods where they should be? Are you capitalizing the first letter of every sentence? Okay. But if you want to look at that document, you can click here and download it. Also, I've also given an example of a past student's essay, which I think is in great format and is written very well, and that might help you as well. You can also access in our course site, in your course documents to download, if you click it, there is a document here, how to write an essay. And that is kind of the paper version of what we talked about this evening in the recording. So you've got more than enough resources to, I think, guide you in this. And as you can see, I didn't want to take up this much time in our lecture class this week, so I wanted you guys to listen to this on your own separately. One other thing that I do want to mention that is important, going back in, and if I don't have it there, I'm going to make sure that I do write it in. Make sure when you turn this in that you label it the way it's supposed to be. The file name should be named Writing Assignment Number 1, your name, and I do have it here. Also, please make sure your name is on the actual document itself, so that when I open 20 writing assignments and print them out, that your name is on that hard copy as well in your document. I do count off points for that. One of the big things that you'll learn here as a court reporter in the next few years, a lot of your job is really detail-oriented. Following very specific instructions, getting things in by due dates is key to your job. So little things like your name being on a document. Is it 1.5 to 2 pages in length? Did you double space it? Reading through directions and following the assignments are very important, and we're trying to train you guys to get into that habit early on. Okay? So that's what I wanted to show you guys here in the recording. I hope that this helped all of you. I'm going to be posting this, and you'll have this available now as a file to listen to. If you want to listen to it a second time, please do so. Okay, and I'm going back to our whiteboard here now. If you have any questions regarding the essay, it's not due until week 5, that Monday evening at 11:30 p.m. Writing assignments have to be turned in by the due date. If they are turned in after the due date, they have to be sent to me directly to my email, because the link will no longer work for it. When something is due, it's due. And also you will get a grade reduction if it's turned in late. And for every week it's late is another grade reduction. That doesn't usually happen, but I just wanted to point that out. All of that information was also in your syllabus, kind of explained under that writing assignment and class rules section. So I hope this gives you a little bit of a head start. I know for some of us we have not written an essay since maybe high school or middle school, so this is a really good refresher. And if you look at the documents that I've given you, I think it will really help you out on this first assignment. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or let me know. I don't think I'll be talking about this a lot in class this week, except to tell you that this recording is available. So that way you can kind of listen to this on your own. We try to use the class time to talk about the lecture material for the grammar portion of it. But if you do have any questions and it's something I can answer quickly, you can bring it up in the beginning of week 2's class as well. Or week 3, because this isn't due until the end of the month. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Good luck as you write these essays. And another essay will be assigned in week 8 using the same format, so this will help you for that one as well. Thanks, everybody. See you later.